Okay, welcome to the spring cleaning with Achieve It. Today is Thursday, April 11th, and it's 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. And today's little meeting here on Zoom is basically just an information to tell you a little bit about this upcoming spring cleanse, what we'll be doing the next 3 weeks, what the benefit of doing this program will be, and then we're going to do a meditation so that you can really get clear on your why. Like, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to shift things up in your health, in your eating? And it's really important for you to find your why. So we'll have a chance to do that today. And if you're listening to the recording later on this week, you'll have lots of time to write down and journal about your why before we start the program next week. The program actually has two different ways to attend. So you can attend on Monday nights at 6:45 p.m. to 8 p.m. on the next 3 Monday nights. There are 3 different locations because I want you guys outside and being exposed to a lot of the beauty that we have here in the Rockland-Roseville area. So the first night we're going to be at the Clark Dominguez Park in Rockland. The second Monday will be at Clover Valley Park, and we're hoping to get onto the golf course that's going to be open to the public, the open space. So we'll be looking forward to that possibility. And then we're also, the third Monday night, we'll be out at Heaven Hill. Heaven Hill is a hill that we used for training for Half Dome over the years, and it's a really beautiful place where we'll do our exercise. And then at the end of those Monday night classes, we'll dedicate the last 20 to 30 minutes of class to get you set up with your cleanse. Things like your physical part of your cleanse, what kind of foods you're going to eat, what kind of things you're going to take out, talking about the intermittent fasting, and all those things. All that information will be given out during the Monday night class. And that class is $59, and that's for all 3 weeks, not $59 per night. I know sweet little Teresa had a question of, is it $59 every night? No, it's $59 for the entire 3 weeks. The other option that you have is to do the online version of the spring cleaning. And I'll be meeting every Thursday in this same format that we're doing right now, which is on the Zoom. And I'll also be recording it. So even if you can't come and you can't make the 4:30 time, you can still participate because I'll be recording the information about the handouts, about the intermittent fasting, about the 12 to 24-hour detox fasting, and all that stuff will be available, and you'll meet and check in once a week. And that online version is $49. There's a couple ways you can deal with that for payment-wise. Some people have been asking, where is the PayPal button? And it's on my website, and I'll send you that link. You can't find it because it's not quite set up today on the 11th of April. It should be up by the weekend. Venmo is also an option, and if you need to send a check, that's fine as well. So those are kind of the hard details about the Monday night meeting class and then the online option. If you are listening and you're in my Monday, Thursday morning class at the park, there's even a special thing that we're doing for you guys that's only $29. And I'll stay after on Thursday mornings for a half an hour, and I'll get you guys set up at the park. So if you want to do Monday night, and you are at the quarry, come and talk to me and we'll work it out. What I love about these programs is they're super flexible. And so don't be afraid to get creative with how you're going to make it work for you. And so a lot of people, they actually kind of shoot themselves in the foot right at the beginning if they see the layout and it doesn't work perfectly with them. So if it doesn't work perfectly, you need to ask the question, how could this work for me? How can I make this work? And even if you don't do it perfectly, there's still a benefit. So just keep that in mind. That's one of the tools we'll be talking about when we talk about self-sabotaging and how good we are at self-sabotaging ourselves with food, with thoughts, and with our energy, and how we are in relationship with ourselves and each other. So for some of you that don't know, I should have introduced myself at the beginning, but my name is Michelle and I own the company Achieve It Fitness. I started out just as outdoor group fitness and then transitioned into events and challenges, a lot to do with nature, a lot to do with people exploring outside of their comfort zone, hiking Half Dome, doing triathlons, and now we've transitioned more into retreats and soul's journeys and lots of things, because what I've learned over the years is you can do all the physical parts of taking care of your body, but there's a really big element of the mental part and getting to know your energetic body and how to work with your spiritual, energetic, and your mind, as well as being able to have all the tools of what foods to put in the physical exercise part. So I'm super excited about that. I'm super excited to share and be a support system for you. And that's one of the things I wanted to have happen with this spring cleaning, is that I keep it very simple and I keep it very supportive for you. And so what we've done is we've broken it up into 3 sections, because we're going to be meeting 3 times in the next 3 weeks. On the physical part of it, we're going to be talking and having a lot of options for food. And so I don't want you to feel overwhelmed, like, I don't know if I can do that. Remember, we only want to do what's right for us and what feels right in our body. So some of the things that will be offered to you, and remember, you don't have to do every single one of them perfectly. You're going to feel it out. There's going to be a opportunity for a 12 to 24 hour fast with no food, and we'll talk about the benefits of that. There's an option of doing intermittent fasting. And if you don't know what that is, it's just taking breaks of time away from eating. So you can start out with not eating between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. And if that sounds too outlandish, you can always go 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. And if you're really have done this and you've worked with me before, it's okay to go 14 to 16 hours without eating. So we'll talk more about intermittent fasting. I'm also going to be giving you, on the physical part of it, a lot of information about what you can eat. So there's always focus, you can't do this, can't do that, can't do this, and then everyone's all freaked out and focused on what you can't. What I want to do is put our attention to what we can eat. And what I've done is, I know a lot about the keto diet. I've done a lot with paleo. There's the plant paradox. I love the stuff from Dr. Gundry and the leaky gut. And I just found that with all of them, there's a sort of a common thread. And so I'll be introducing to you what those foods are. And I mean, some of them are like asparagus, avocados, big leafy greens, really fun things, walnuts and different nuts, and just, really good things that your body loves and craves and that come from nature. So I'll be giving you a lot of ideas, and also I'll be sending links to different recipes. And these are recipes that we try to find that are super fast and simple. Like, I'll often be posting Facebook stuff of pictures of what I've been eating, and it's like, oh, I didn't even think about that, because I take a lot of my food on the road with me, and people say, oh, but I can't do that. But you can. There's ways to do it. Sometimes you just have to have someone show you how. Like this morning, I had my little guacamole and my carrots and a piece of salmon. And, in between, I had 10 minutes. So there you go. Lots of ideas. And again, keeping it very simple and very supportive. The next part we'll talk about in the classes, the second class, is all about our mental, about our thoughts about it, about our thoughts about When we say we don't want to, take in processed sugars today, what happens mentally when you feel too restricted? And what happens when you kind of get down on yourself and the mind just goes, oh, forget it, and then you just walk away from the whole thing? We're going to talk to the mind, and we're going to work with the mind when we can catch and know that it's taking us the wrong direction. We want to be able to have a tool, a mantra, a saying, something to be able to bring it back so that we can just formulate a new goal for ourselves. Kind of let go of the perfection and let go that we're not doing it perfectly, and really work with our mind around our food. The other part is that I really want you guys to understand, and we'll talk a lot more about in the class, is getting to know what's right for your body. So there's a lot of things out there, but there are a lot of things that maybe aren't right for your body, and you want to be in a calm, clear space to be able to know if those foods are right for you. They say they're healthy, but does it work with your body? And so that's what we'll start talking about and really go into on the third week, when we talk about our energy and being able to come down into our parasympathetic nervous system, which is all about relaxing and being able to digest our food properly, calmly, and efficiently. But what's happened is most of us are in our sympathetic nervous system, which is our fight or flight. And we're always like stressed and worried and thinking about the next thing and going to the next checklist item, or reworking in our mind how over and over and over we're kind of replaying things, and we're always amped up. And especially as we get older, this kind of pressure and fight or flight that we've been in for so long, it has been having an effect on our hormones, our adrenal glands, our cortisol, and we're actually coming into a burnout of that. And so we want to really talk about how do we calm ourselves before we eat, and how important it is to go back to an old thing, which is just saying a prayer, or coming into our bodies, maybe eating more outdoors, and coming in, preparing your body and your soul and your calmness before you eat. And it's something that a lot of us, we're just so quick and busy, that we're just shoveling food down, and then we're wondering why it's not digesting properly and why things aren't really like moving so smoothly. So we'll talk a lot about that on the third week, and we'll get information to help you come into your calmness. So what is going to be the benefit of this program for the next 3 weeks? I know for me, I'm doing it. I've already been doing it to prepare myself to lead you guys in it. And I can tell you that I'm actually sleeping better at night. I feel lighter and less bloated. And the most important thing is I have so much more energy. I've been able to, have the kind of energy that allows me to, exercise and be with people and create new events and all kinds of things. And it feels really good. And so I've started to find my rhythm with my food, my rhythm with my my calmness, and trying to find myself into that parasympathetic nervous system that is actually really key for me to help me absorb stuff that, even though I eat clean, I was kind of all jacked up because I'm, kind of crazy high intense, and I had to tone it down, tone it down just a bit. And so, I'm super happy to share all the tips and the experiences and the wonderful people who have helped me along on my journey. And I want to be sure to offer it back to anyone else that's sort of struggling with this food and this clutter and this you know, whatever you have going on. So there's a couple of us online, not a lot. Are there any questions right away about anything? And if you do have questions later, it might come to you. Go ahead and just email me. I'll be setting up a private Facebook group for everyone, and I'll be setting up an email so you have constant contact. If you would rather just text me, I'll be leaving my number for you for that as well these next 3 weeks. Okay, so this last piece of this little Zoom conference is going to be for you to start to tune into your why. So we're going to go through a little meditation. So if you're at home or you're watching this later, or if you're driving, you don't want to do this while you're driving. You actually can be in your car, but you must not be driving. So I want you to get comfortable wherever you are. You can pause it, get comfortable, and then push play again. And what I'd like you to do is ground both feet on the earth. Uncross your legs if you can. And I want you to rest your hands on your lap with your palms faced up. And then I want you to place the tip of the tongue behind the teeth at the roof of the mouth. And gently start to shut down the eyes. And notice your breath, your inhale and your exhale. So enjoy what it feels like to take a huge, big inhale. How good it feels, and you might even hold that breath up at the top and pause. And then when you release that air, just notice how good that feels as you let the breath go. And allowing yourself to calm. What does it mean to calm your body? What would that feel like? Do you need to drop your shoulders? Loosen up the tension in your jaw? For some of us, we can lengthen our exhale, and we can notice a little shift in the nervous system when we lengthen that exhale. Like, give yourself permission to finish the exhale and then a little bit of more time to give an extra release. And keep bringing yourself into the present moment. I know the mind might be wondering about what happened yesterday or what you're going to make for dinner, but if you can set that aside for a couple more minutes and just enjoy what it feels like to breathe, to be in your body, to feel your body, to notice any sensations that are taking place, or if there's just emptiness. Keep giving yourself permission to relax. If your stomach is tightening up, just let it loose. Let the belly kind of fall open. You don't have to hold it all together. Now that we've done a little calming, coming into our body, I want you to turn your attention into your heart. And you're going to keep sinking deeper into your heart, your little wisdom sitter, that place inside of you that knows the truth and knows what's next for you. And you're going to ask that part of you, why are you here? Why are you drawn into this 3-week cleanse? Why now? And why do you want to do this work? It will be work. What is your why? If you happen to have a piece of paper or a notepad and a pen, it's okay to jot a few things down that come to you. And if you don't have anything with you right away, just kind of sit and let the ideas come. Because over the next few days, more information is going to come to you. Because we've come into meditation and we've set an intent and we've set a clear question about your why, it'll be in your subconscious. And so I want you to just trust. Every now and then it's going to kind of pop up. Oh, that's why. Oh, I'm not feeling energetic. I need more energy. That's why I want to get clear. I'm really confused about food. This is my why. I want to have some new food ideas, some new recipes. For some of us, we just want to be held and supported. And we just want to start to move ourselves in a healthier lifestyle. Some of us are already healthy and we teach health, and I have a big chiropractic group that's going to be doing this, and they're lovely therapists and chiropractors, but they need to take time to take and support themselves. They're very good at taking care of others, but they're not as diligent or good with taking care of themselves. So this is the time. So go ahead and take a few really deep cleansing breaths. And you might want to start to flutter open your eyes. And your assignment over the next few days is to spend some time journaling and writing down. There's something very powerful. You can think about things, but there's something extremely powerful about writing it. So I want you to write, and don't worry about if it's spelled right or it doesn't make sense. Just write freely about what you're thinking, about what you might be thinking, because you'll uncover some things. And it's super powerful. If we are only left up to our mind and what we're thinking, the mind takes ourselves into a crazy thought process, and we want to get away from just letting the mind run around and self-sabotage and kind of go in its own direction. We want to start pulling our intentions out and setting a plan and a goal. So this week, just really focus on your why. Why is it that you want to do this cleanse? And if you have questions or you want to share your whys with me at any time, feel free to email. I will list my email on the Facebook. My phone number, you can jot this down, is 916-216-4569. And you can text me anytime. You can email. And I will need everyone's email when you register so that I can get you the links to the food and the recipes and the information. So that's it for today. I'm super excited. And remember, you have the option to sign up online, and there'll be links on Facebook, and the PayPal should be up this weekend on the website, or there's always Venmo. And if you have questions, give me a call. Otherwise, have a lovely week, and I'm excited to be with you and start this journey. Thank you. Bye-bye.